Hi Libra, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your August 2022 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's the Cult Cross spread as always, and I also pulled the Four Agreements, Wisdom of the Oracle, and Mudra card for you guys. But we're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Oh, that doesn't count. Alright, so we have Virgo, and for you guys, Virgo is your 12th house, and that can point to spirituality, blind spots, mental health. And of course, as we get toward the end of August, we'll be in Virgo season. Alright, we have Mercury, and when it comes to Mercury, actually I think Mercury's going to be moving through Virgo as well for a good part of the month, and then toward the very end of the month, it's going to move into Libra. And all right, we have 11. So 11th house for you guys, that's actually Leo. And of course, for the first few weeks of the month, we'll be in Leo season. So 11th house points to friendships, groups, hopes, and wishes. So with that out of the way, we'll get started with the main spread. In the main situation position, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Virgo energy there, and then challenging that we have the Death card, which is a Scorpio energy. So seeing these two things together could just be saying that you're probably on the path to some financial success, but there could just be one little thing that's getting in the way for you guys. Now, I wouldn't normally say little thing when it's a Major Arcana card, but that's kind of what I feel, given that we do see the 10 of Pentacles there, right? So it could just be a habit of yours, maybe something that you spend money on often, but it could just be keeping you from reaching that 10 of Pentacles level. For some of you, it could even just be a mentality around money too, because when I see this energy, it also makes me think of the Hierophant, right? So it could just be maybe saying your traditional beliefs around money in some way might be changing a little bit, and that's going to help you grow your finances. All right. In the foundation position, we have the 8 of Cups. So for some of you, given that this is Pisces energy, which is for you guys your 6th house of health, work, daily routines, right? This could just be saying that maybe there was so just a generic example, maybe you used to go out drinking a lot, right? And the financial impact from that could have been weighing you down somewhat. You go out a couple nights a week, that could start to add up, right? So it could just be one of those things, and then you could just be leaving that behind, and of course that would also have a positive impact on your health as well. So it could be one of those things that just impacts multiple areas of your life at once. But yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be like alcohol either. Let's say you just have a habit of always going out to buy coffee, beverages, or whatever, right? And then that starts to add up after a while too. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like for the majority of you, it's somewhat minor of an adjustment that would be needed, but it's just like it's become such a habit, such a routine of yours that it's just been holding you back a little bit. All right, in the past position, we have the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius energy, and the 6 of Cups, so more Scorpio energy here. Now, for some of you, this could just be saying that you actually could have been reconnecting with your past recently, possibly just reminiscing on some good times. So maybe you're reconnecting with a sibling, or possibly just friends that you've known for a long time. And just through that, maybe that might have brought some things to light for you guys too, like I said, especially if this is just more of a, as opposed to a physical thing that you're removing, maybe if it's just a mentality that you've had around money that's been causing a bit of a blockage for you guys. You could have maybe come to realization around that when you were reflecting on the past. All right, and present position, we have the 9 of Cups. So yeah, I feel like this could point to, especially in the particular circumstances that we've been referring to so far, the 9 of Cups here, to me, I feel like this is saying taking some pride in putting the issue behind you, right? So if we think of the 8 Cups there that they're walking away from, now we see 9 Cups and they're behind the person. So it could just be one of those things where like, okay, yeah, I figured out what was causing the blockage for me, and I'm confident that it's behind me now, right? All right, in the near future position, we have the Three of Wands, Aries energy, Empress. Usually I view this as Taurus, but it could be you guys as well, given the Venus symbol, and Queen of Wands, Aries. So for some of you, this could just be saying that now you figured out some of these other situations, now maybe you have a bit of an openness toward getting into a romantic connection, right? But at the same time, I don't necessarily see you guys being proactive about it. I feel like this is still just saying between this card and also the Empress, saying that for now you're just remaining open but not necessarily pursuing anything. But with that Aries energy underneath it, it could just be saying that might change for you guys. Possibly when we get toward the Aries full moon, of course, during your season, that might be when you're a little bit more prone to be proactive. But yeah, seeing this card at least makes me think that you might from time to time think about being more proactive toward that area. All right, the position of your influence in a situation, we have the Four of Cups. So yeah, again, like I said, so let's say, especially what I see in the environment there, what I was talking about before, let's say it's an example where you used to always go out drinking, right, with friends, and maybe now that you're finding that, you know what, this is really having a negative impact on my finances, possibly even on my health, right? You could just be trying to put it behind you, but the groups that you deal with might still do that as a habit, right? So it could even be business related too, right? Like, oh, you go out for drinks or whatever for business meetings, things like that. But that's what I see there. It looks like you're not necessarily satisfied with that, right? If that's all your friends want to do, oh, let's go out, have a few drinks or whatever. That could be something that's kind of turning you off at this time. All right, the environment position, we have the Three of Cups. So yeah, like I was saying, so that could be just representing the friend group that you're dealing with or whoever you're in business with, right? Where this is their idea of unwinding, and it could just be where it's not really too good of a fit for you anymore at this current stage. Doesn't necessarily have to be that though. It could just be saying that there will be things to celebrate, right? But for at least a time, you might just look back on possibly feeling like you might have wasted time in a cycle for too long that was preventing you from reaching that Ten of Pentacles point. All right, and in the hopes or fears position, we have the Sun and the Eight of Swords. So for me, this says that, of course, I would assume the Sun card here is a hope, right? And maybe you're just hoping for your energy to be restored, right? So like I said, maybe you're just going through a bit of an adjustment period. And as far as the energy being restored, of course, when we get into toward the end of September, we'll start Libra season. So it could just be saying that you might have to wait a little longer as far as that goes, as far as the energy coming back around. But if not, it could just also be saying for some of you, there could be, on the one hand, you want to succeed, right? Be successful, be visible, be seen. But at the same time, there could be some fear around actually taking that step. So, you know, wanting the success and the visibility, but at the same time fearing it. That's kind of what I'm seeing there. All right, and in the outcome position, we have the Seven of Cups. So more Scorpio energy here. So yeah, it could just be saying that you still might not have your finances completely figured out by the time we get to the end of the month. But at the very least, I feel like this is saying that you will figure out, you know, pinpoint most of the problem areas, and now it'll just be a matter of, okay, well, now how do I restructure things, right? And for us, this could just be saying that you have a lot of choices at play too, and there could be some difficulty trying to figure out which path to choose in that regard. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. So yeah, this could just be saying it's one of those things where it just clicks for you one day, right? Where you come to the realization, oh, okay, this is something that I may have been doing out of habit that's possibly even getting in the way of my success in some way, right? And clearing that out. And interestingly enough, beneath that, we see the King of Pentacles. So yeah, it looks like it will definitely lead to some positive growth for you guys, but this month will just be about pinpointing it, possibly for a little while, feeling like, you know, a little bit of regret, like, man, I wasted X amount of time in that cycle, right? But never a wrong time to get it right, right? Moving on to your Four Agreements card, you guys have Don't Make Assumptions, And it says, let your life be transformed. So yeah, maybe this is just the right time for these things to take place. Okay, it says, when you stop making assumptions, your word becomes impeccable and your life is completely transformed. Magic just happens in your life. What you need comes to you easily because spirit moves freely through you. So yeah, definitely a pretty positive message there. And that makes me think of, again, we kind of went off on more of a different path, but if it was that original thing that I was saying as well, where maybe for some of you this was just a mentality that you might have had around finances for a while, right? This could just be saying that now, as you let that go, that could be improving things in that regard too. All right, moving on to your Wisdom of the Oracle card. We have Serendipity. There's the artwork, and the number is 18. All right, let's see what that has to say. Okay, under essential meanings, it says opportunity allied with readiness, the awareness of synchronicity, luck and good fortune appearing as signs and symbols, magical alignment of events. The Oracle's message: you've stepped into alignment with the greater good, where your dreams and a collective dream resonate in exquisite harmony. Now's the time for luck and preparation to meet and create miracles that you could never have planned all by yourself. Keep in mind that you are a channel for providence right now, as a higher energy uses you as a force on behalf of the whole world. Your fortune becomes everyone's fortune. Everything you bring into being now will leave a wondrous legacy for others in the future. Your service to the world is being supported at this time. Expect the unexpected, and smile, for Spirit loves you so very much. So yeah, I mean, definitely a really positive message there. Hopefully it resonated. The relationship message says, Spirit has a plan, and that plan is to place you in front of the right person at the right time. You have met, or are about to meet, someone vitally important to your journey, someone Spirit wants to bring into your life. Only divine forces can plan this meeting. It is out of your hands. Pay attention to the signs Spirit presents. So yeah, I didn't get like a huge relationship vibe here, other than when we talked about the near future position. But if nothing else, that message seemed to support the energy that you guys seem to be in, which is just being open but not necessarily pursuing something at this time. The prosperity message says you are in the right place at the right time. Be grateful, for the stars have aligned in your favor and fortune is smiling on you. Victory and success are yours. The choices you have made in the past have prepared you for the opportunities now before you. This is your lucky moment. The timing is perfect. So yeah, again, another really positive message there as well. So hopefully that resonated too. And lastly, we have a mudra for you guys. So this is your mudra here. It's the Avahana mudra, and the keyword for it is connection. All right, let's see what this has to say. Okay, so under benefits, it says grounding and centering, improves digestion and assimilation, strengthens devotion and connection with one's personal deity or principle of divinity, truth, etc. So that sounds like a mudra you think would be beneficial for you guys. So we'll put the name in the description video as always. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.